So I quit my job at 38, which was a couple of years ago now, and I'm just going to take you through how I went about it and some pros and cons that I've learned along the way. So I'm just out here for a nice countryside walk. It's about 11:30 on a weekday, so straight away that is one of the massive pros of working for yourself. So I've got all this freedom, I can do whatever I want, when I want, and I don't have a boss to tell me what I should be doing, which is great. So I'm just out here with my dog. Thanks, Marshall. And just come for a nice little dog walk, and I thought I'd take you through my thoughts on going all in on a side hustle. So a little bit about me. I used to work in advertising and video production. So I was a producer. So that meant I was in charge of producing the campaigns, working with social media influencers, creating video content, all that kind of stuff. And it kind of occurred to me, why am I producing campaigns for other people when I have all the knowledge? I want to be a creator, I want to be creative, I want to be hands-on. So I thought, why not start a YouTube channel? Why not start creating books? And that is where my side hustle came from. So I discovered something called Amazon KDP, which is a self-publishing platform where you can self-publish your own books. To begin with, it started with me writing books in my spare time. So I wrote a couple of fiction books, published them. It took a couple of years to edit and write and format and all that kind of stuff. And I pretty much sold 0 copies. I did, however, start investing in marketing, advertising, and then all that kind of stuff around Amazon KDP. And it was during that time that I saw, I think there's a guy called Paul Moles on YouTube. And he's talking about how he makes thousands by selling journals, notebooks, those kind of books. And I thought, hey, if he can do that, I can do that too. So I started, I think it was back in 2023, I started looking into what I could self-publish and build up on Amazon KDP. And so since then, I've earned $100,000 in royalties through selling all kinds of books. That is colouring books, journals, activity books, puzzle books. I've tried to expand the type of things I'm publishing and, focused on making high quality books now, rather than when I started, I just tried to pump a few books out, I just wanted to get a few books out there and see if I could make any sales. But yeah, so that's kind of what I've been up to since I quit my job in 2023, a couple of years ago now. And I've just been focusing on making books, making YouTube videos. I've got a YouTube channel called Self Publishing Empire, which has got over 30,000 subscribers, which is absolutely incredible. And so in terms of income, it comes from my book sales, and it comes from YouTube AdSense, some video sponsors, those kind of things. And yeah, that can be pretty scary, not having a regular income. I don't get a salary. I don't have regular money coming into me apart from royalties and AdSense and those kind of things. And if someone wants to sponsor a video. So yeah, that is definitely a scary side to quitting a job and going all in on a side hustle. And that kind of instability of earnings, it's scary, it's exciting, it's a bit of everything, to be honest with you, because some months can be quite low, but then other months, especially around Christmas, can be really high, and that's really exciting to see. So yeah, it's been a really crazy journey so far. And if I was going to say some pros and cons, the main pro is just the freedom. And it's not having to commute to work, which is amazing. I'm not spending money on commuting. I'm waking up at 8 o'clock and I'll start work when I want. Some days I might work a half day if I'm not feeling like it. Other times I might work 12 hours, if I'm feeling in the zone. And I find that that is how I work best, without that regimented 9 to 5 sort of vibe. Yeah, and I do love that. I think I probably do more work for myself nowadays than I did in my old job, but it's work that I want to do, and if I want a day off here and there, go on holiday, go see family, I take that for myself, and then I might work on a Sunday to make up for it. So I really, really like that. Another amazing pro is the kind of creative expression, because I have to think about what I want to publish. I have to think about what kind of videos I'm going to make like this one, and having that responsibility, that push to be creative, it's amazing. I absolutely love having to come up with book ideas. I kind of try and do it all myself. So I create the book covers, I'll create the book itself. I might use AI with a few tools to help with certain things like make some puzzles, etc. But yeah, everything else I do myself. And I love that creative aspect of self-publishing. I love making thumbnails and editing the videos and all those kind of things. And yeah, it's that creative freedom working for myself. It's absolutely amazing. And if you're out there thinking, should you do it for yourself? Why not, right? You can always do it on the side. That's how I got started. I started self-publishing books for about a year before I ended up quitting my job. And yeah, and if you're thinking about it, having that income that's coming in every single month on the side, especially if you're working, that's really powerful. And you can make passive income along the way as well, which, let's say you publish some books and they sell for years, that money's going to be coming in every single month, which is amazing. So 2024 was my first full year of not having any salary to rely on. And so I've just been tracking all my finances on Excel and software like QuickBooks. And yeah, it's been quite refreshing to see that I'm still making enough to live on, to pay the mortgage, to pay the bills, to put food on the table, to afford vet bills for this one. And yeah, it's made me realise that in 2025, 2026, maybe the kind of whole 9 to 5 thing is maybe a little bit outdated, because there's so much content out there nowadays, there's so many opportunities to make revenue. I'm still trying to figure out a few of them for myself. I've tried Amazon, I've tried Etsy, I've tried YouTube. There's even things like AI training software out there now, which is quite interesting. But yeah, it's 2024. It was an amazing year. It's gone really, really quickly. And now 2025 is almost over. And again, this year it's grown from last year, which is quite interesting to see. And the hope is that it will keep on growing. And I think I'm making about the same as I was making in my latest job. So that's good. And obviously I'm not travelling into work. It's just being scared of like no regular income. And when you see those months drop quite significantly, maybe not sold many books, not had any sponsored videos that month, can be quite scary. But then there's months out there where I've earned like $10,000 in a month because it's Christmas, so it is absolutely incredible. But yeah, that's just a little candid discussion on my dog walk. Just wanted to share with you. This video is a little bit different. I'm still trying to figure out what to do on this channel, that 40s guy. So, if there's anything you want to hear about, any questions you might have about going all in on the side of just let me know down in the comments below. Yeah, that's it for this one. I'm going to go finish walking the dog. Okay, bye.